dietia Chima fidi non kotu Era one radio Samupe Jumpe dietia Chima fidi non kotu Era one radio Oh Ayum pankuma Chintu Asam pankuma Chintu Egratum kuma Era one Yebo yum pankuma.
They are four women. They are beautiful with brains. They are eloquent, decent, wise, and experienced. You have heard many, the funny. Now, it's time to hear the experience and the brainy. Meet Selena, Dorcas, Gifty, and Annette as they present the real in common getting. In common BISS chain, the as in Takrenu assume the real in common getting. Showing live this and every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Era One Radio on Facebook and on YouTube, Era One Radio and on Taibo channel. Kai say, so we see the real in common getting ya. What brabon tete? We nyan konkonsa. We the real in common getting.
Hello, good evening, Era One Radio listeners and viewers all over the world. It's another Tuesday, the 9th day of June 2026, and it's my pleasure and my honor to reintroduce my panel, Reverend Isabel Kron and Professor Linda. They are all here in the studio. It's a beautiful Tuesday. I know it's been raining cats and dogs in Ghana, but I believe God is taking care of the situation. I know the farmers were praying for rain. Now the rain has come in abundance, and so it's overflowing its boundaries and its measure. But we pray that it will calm down. Right. Well, we are going back to our study. We are in a series called the Application of AI in Biblical Context, and our sister Linda has been wowing us with all the skills and knowledge that is helping us to upgrade ourselves and do better with our flyers, with our arts, and all that we can think about. Years ago, these things would have cost you a fortune to even do one flyer, but now it's become very simple for us by our courtesy of the professor herself. So we can go and play with AI and do flyers. All right. Well, it's 16 past 6, so I think time is gone. We're not going to waste too much time. Professor Akron, do you have anything before we zoom in?
No, sir.
All right. How about you, madam?
No, please.
Okay. All right. Well, in a couple of days, the World Cup is going to kick off. US is going to open in the match, and our people from Ghana are also coming. So come to the stadium in your numbers and cheer the people up. All right, Prof. Mr. Linda, take us away. I know tonight you have another, exciting skills to show us. We are all ready.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thank you for having me once again. And
welcome.
Today, I want us to look at just two things that I think last week we started with some, and then I want us to really have a fair idea of how that went. If you want to translate it into a movie or a video kind of a program, and then we'll look at another thing we could use the AI to do. So I wouldn't waste a lot of time. Last week when we started generating images, Professor Akron was like, we wanted a full video, and I told him we're just creating the images. So today, let me see if my downloads are in, then I'll just share that part of the screen with you first. Then I'll try and then, okay, let me check the downloads. Today's date is what? Today is
9th.
9th, yeah. All right, so unfortunately, I didn't name these videos. Anyway, I'll try and then. I'll try and then show you.
Lord, I thank you for
Okay, so
today.
I'm getting it right. All right. So let me share my screen. Okay. So I just want to show you the output. Then I'll walk you back through the input, how you're going to be able to do that. All right. So I'm a Christian, and as Christians, sometimes you want to share your experiences or you want to encourage other Christians, and you can do that through the videos that you are going to create. The last time we got to know that Paul and the rest were sharing the gospel through letters. And we in our generation can share the gospel through flyers, through thumbnails, through the videos and short pictures we share on our social media. So at this point, I want to share something. I hope you'll be able to experience it. If not, then
I commit my work and office.
so I'll just show it to you first. Please, can you see my screen?
No, you haven't shared it yet. I'm waiting to.
Oh, I've shared my screen.
No, I can't see your screen, your shared screen.
I'm sharing. Okay, I've stopped.
Check if
Let me start.
if you have two monitors, maybe it's appearing on the second monitor.
No, just one minute.
Yeah, because he has to show on my screen for me to share it here. Okay, now it's coming.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Now you have shared.
All right. So I just want to show you the outputs first. Okay. And then I'll show you how you're going to generate things of this nature on your own.
Lord, I thank you for today. I commit my work and office.
So I'm trying to create a movie. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the application to put everything together. So you have to watch it scene by scene, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. Okay, so this is Daniela. In the morning, she prays to God, and then she goes through Accra traffic and gets to the office. So you are seeing pieces of the scenes. Okay, so the name Daniela should give you an idea of a Bible character, and she's a prayer warrior too. And so she prays about everything and she works diligently. And here is a case Daniela is winning the Best Worker Award from the office, and then the office gossips.
Tell Daniela to her work, would you? Have a
We want, yeah,
Instead of
we want
celebrating.
to gossip about Daniela instead of celebrating with her. And so they have to
Jealousy
plan.
bouquet.
You can imagine they have to plan hill about and then God have to
If everyone
intervene.
made the mistake, she'll
So
lose their
they can
trust.
see
Who's
all the
fucked? If I had doubts on
office,
something, go did.
you know. So I didn't get the application to join all the scenes together. Okay. So if I had joined the scenes together, we are going to have experienced a very beautiful
Movie.
um session. So a movie. So what am I trying to put across? As Christians, whatever comes to mind as far as encouraging somebody with the word of God is concerned, you can translate. In fact, I have no idea about movie production. I have no idea about movie production. I have no idea about drama. Okay, so all that you are seeing is not from an experienced person. Let me put it that way. I'm just, a teacher, and I'm trying to use the AI tools to create some of these things for us, just to prove a point that yes, we can. Nobody is
Yes.
left behind. Okay, so it's not calling for much experience that you should be a guru or you should be, you know, an experienced person in movie production, in cartoons and all that. You don't need to do that. All right. So this my Daniela work that I did. In fact, because the image generation and then the video generation delays a lot. That is how come I have to do this before coming to explain them to you. Okay. So I just want to walk you through. So walk you through. So this is a simple prompt I have to give. I said I wanted by then, yeah. So I wanted a cartoon story. Sorry. So we have talked about prompt engineering already. So you can see that this is just a brainstorming simple prompt I gave to the AI tool. This is ChatGPT I'm using. So I'm like, I just want a story of, so this, please let's pay attention to the words. I wanted a pizza cartoon story. You could have gone in for Coco Melon, any other type of a cartoon you want or animations that you prefer, cinematic, all sort of things. You can bring your own adjectives to this. All right. So I wanted a very simple story about Daniela. So this is the trick. If you know a story in the Bible, it has to do with a male, you can convert it into a female version. And then if it's a female, you can also change it to a male. And then you have it in your own natural content and all that. So the story is clear, but like Dr. Akon would say, we have to apply it in other fields. Yeah, so it's a Bible story, but if you go through the lion and all that, it will be so obvious that it was a Bible story. But this is also the same story. There were lions, you could be prosecuted to prison, and that experience alone is similar to you facing the lions in the den. All right, so this is a story this is a story of Daniela, and she is a prayer warrior and her envious colleagues generate a story, scene prompts, scene images, animations, and anything else. All right. So when the anything else come, then you should know that this is not a pro. I'm not an experienced movie director.
Anything.
So I just want the AI to assist me. Mind you, the AI has been, he knows about these storylines. He knows a lot. He has an idea of several movies. I could have even given it a link to a movie on YouTube or any of the handles we can talk about, and then I would have asked it to study that movie and give me the same movie but in a cartoon form, changing some few characters and all that. That is possible. All right. And then we can have the narrative kind of a movie or the lip sync kind of a movie. All right. So it gives me the concept. So I have the story, the characters, and then the narrative scene by scene and all that. So here comes the characters. So I have the character, the Daniela character, and then I'll have and how she looks like in the movie. And I have a Grace who is Daniela's friend, and I have Mr. Ninsa who is the boss, and then the three envious colleagues. I have Linda who is jealous of Daniela's promotion, Kofi constant complainer, and Ahmad leader. All right.
Gossip
So we
leader.
have the full story chapter by chapter. All right. So, to the extent that I'll be giving the scene images and all that. So now I have the scene images. All right. So after getting this, what you need to do is you need to generate the characters, the individual characters for the movie. All right. So you can go to Gemini or any of the AI tools you want. So you see, once I was able to get the episode, I'm like, can we generate the images involved here? So he generated all of them together. I said, no, 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 no. This is not what I want. This will be a difficult task. I want an image at a time. So this is the scene one, all right, where Daniela is praying, all right, and then we can have Grace, this is Daniela's friend. And then Mr. Mensah, I'm seeing Daniela's boss. And then these are the three friends of Daniela. Because part of the scene, I will need some of the three friends individually. I will also have to generate them one after the other, which I think I did later on. All right, so now we're having the background and all that. Then we'll start generating the scene by scene. All right, the scene movement with animations and all that will not be able to be generated by ChatGPT. So you have to go in for another AI tool, and I think there are a lot of them. Some used to be very free. This time around, they are no longer free. So you go there and then you upload the image or the character in that scene, all right? And then you upload the scene prompts that you're going to have, and then the movies will be generated for you. When you are done, you can put everything together as a movie, all right, scene by scene. And this is how simple it is. You can, practice with some any idea that comes to mind as kind of the Bible stories are concerned. So this is just about 10 minutes movie or less, all right. So I could just create it, ziplock it, and share it on my social media handle. And these days, people are really, really enthused about some of these movies. It will surprise you that people are just watching these movies online. Short episode by course for work. You work and you need internet, you need a lot of the application. So this particular simple movie, I needed about four different applications to work. I had to work with ChatGPT or Gemini, and then we have what we call click AI. It's spelled KLIG AI. All right, and then
Clink.
I have to use CapCut to join all of them together. Okay, so these are some of, or you can use other, so many of them, they have very weird names. I don't want to worry myself with such things. So you can look at a Bible story or a scripture you read, it fascinates you, and then you create biblical stories around that. Just create your characters, your scenes, and then you move on. Who knows? By doing so, you can be sharing some of these things on your page. If you are into a women's program, you can create the things you may want to talk about. You can really create the movie of it. And then before your presentation, you can share it on all sort of things. You can just think aloud and be creative with the tool. Hallelujah. Uh, Dr. Boyson, that is the first session.
Yeah.
So if there are no questions for that session, I think I'll move to the second thing I want to talk
Okay.
about today. Please, can I?
So in this case, you should be able to upload a lot of other tools. You just can't use only
Uh,
ChatGPT and Gemini.
yes, the AI tools are many, and each one, and then the purpose for which it was created. And we are still creating more. All right. We can even use one AI to create another AI. You can customize, you can do all sort of things with that. So one particular task, it will not be enough to use one particular AI to accomplish that. You may need some, in some cases, 10 to 14 different types of AI tools. So one is doing this, then you go and then continue. Yeah. So it's a whole business on its own. Those who are now doing production, if you are interested, the AI tool itself can teach you. That is the beauty of the whole thing. So at point, if I get lost, I don't know what to do next. Possibly you generate the movie, the storyline, and then you don't know what to do next. Find out from the AI to what do I do after generating the story. It's going to walk you through step by step, kind of outline to follow so you can accomplish your task. So don't be afraid to use it. Just feel free and let it assist you in all that you want to really do as far as your line of work is concerned. All right. Okay.
Yeah, those of us who are 80 years and above, this is challenging. No?
Through it. I have the audio here, but unfortunately, Dr. Boyson couldn't have access to it. So I just want to walk you through it, how fascinating the AI tools can be in some cases. All right. So in this particular work, I've done it already, but I'll be coming back because of the podcast I created. If I want to create a podcast in a new notebook, Ellen, it's going to it's going to waste a lot of time. All right. So I just would have wished to walk you through what I did, and then I will come back to play the podcast and see the lessons from there.
Fine, no
Please, am I
problems.
okay? All right.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's create the new notebook. I have this one already, so we can always come back to it. So we know how to create a notebook. All right. We have set notebook LM. If you have a Google account, you can go through the Google applications and you are going to see notebook there. You see notebook. All right. And then we add sources. All right. Now, I had wanted to use era one audio from our last week teachings on in the Bible class, in the Bible studies class, but unfortunately, I wasn't getting the link on YouTube. So okay, 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 okay. Okay, if I didn't copy, then I'll just have to. Okay, so I think the link is here. Let me copy. So I think this Sunday, um, Dr. Kron preached in church. So I got that link, and so we are going to work with that link. Oh my God. Jesus promised rest. So this is the message. I want us to just okay. So I'm not interested in the audio from this side. So now, assuming you have a YouTube video, okay, this is what you can do with that. So I'm copying the link from YouTube. Right now, I have the link copied in my notepad. Sorry, in my notebook, Ellen. I'll paste the audio link here. Okay, and so it will be my source understanding. All right. So whatever thing I'm going to do, if I have 50 of such links I want to, possibly I'm picking and Pastor Akon. Now pick Mensa Waterville, pick any other pastor, Sunday, all that they taught. Possibly I'm a theologian or I'm a Bible uh, student or something like that, and I want to access all that was preached on Sunday or what, like this is what you can do. Okay, so now I have my source here. All right. I don't, yes, so I have the source here and we have uploaded it to the section. So it's just trying to tell us what we've not started anything, like we're just trying to tell us that, oh, this is a transcript of ICC, blah, 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 and Pastor complete the fact, one whining, a trim posting. Also, okay, all right, we've heard you. But now this is what I want you to do. Could you create okay a podcast of a male and a female, okay, in an interview discussing this message, okay? And let's see what is happening. So I could have gone to the studio and do all that, but because of what I wanted it to do, so he's trying to analyze and then trying to generate it and say, I've initiated the creation of a podcast of mine. It features a male and female host in a deep dive interview format discussing Pastor Robert Akon's message on the logic of productivity. The conversation will explore its unique take on connectives of faith and blah 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 blah. All right, so he's trying to generate a podcast for me on but in another work, because I wanted us to save time, I think we I did that work. Yeah. All right. So I have the podcast. I don't know if I play it to come back. Let me try.
All right, there's no harm.
It's not coming, right?
Oh,
Yeah, not yet.
it's playing you. That's why I wanted you to have access to it.
Can you hear it yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not audible here. Maybe because it's not shared, so we don't have access.
Okay, let me
Can you share?
copy the link.
Okay, let me see if so let me share it.
It's a voicing. Voicing is. Are you?
Sorry.
Are you this one? No, no, no. You are not this one. This is the student. Okay. Um. What can I do? What can I do?
Just Charles Boyson. Type the full name and see.
I'm not getting him in my.
What is he looking for?
I wanted somebody I can share it with.
Then why not
Oh,
try use my name?
It's not. I think this is a university email I'm using, so you can see the people that are in here are all around the university area. You see the
Okay.
people. Yeah, it's the accounts that I'm using. Okay. What if I share my address, password with you? Can you open it for me?
No, no, don't.
no.
Don't share.
Okay. I was giving it to you
No, no,
anyway.
no,
So,
no.
actually,
Well,
this
you can
podcast
give it
is
to
about,
Pastor Kron and change it after that. Can give it Pastor Kron after that. Go and change your
and
password.
download it. Then I'll open the what do you call it? Google Drive, and you're going to have access to the audio.
Or if you open your phone,
Maybe
if
this.
you open your phone and play it, that we won't hear.
Okay, let me see. Let me see about that.
Yeah, open it on your phone and just take your phone by your computer and play for the sound to come through the unorthodox way, the old school way,
Also,
the Chuchublema way.
can you imagine? I couldn't. Okay, a notebook. Let me go to notebook. On my phone. So the notebook is has created a podcast for us, and this podcast is about 80 minutes, 16 seconds. Okay, discussing what our audio, the audio we picked from the YouTube is really about. Okay, so personally, I couldn't hear too many of the words. All right, so I was trying to use the same AI. I said, you should try and transcribe. So I gave a wrong prompt. So he did some, could you transcribe? So he transcribed what was really preached. That I said, no, that is not what I wanted. I wanted the podcast. So he did the podcast transcription for me. And so you could see what the
Oh, it's like an interview.
Yeah, it was a deep dive kind of. It could not open on the. Oh, but it's a simple thing. We just open Google Drive. We're going to help with the system, but you are afraid of
I can smell Angwamo.
it. In my past. But Dr. Boyce, you have viewed it.
Eh? Sorry.
You viewed the how do you call it?
The one you sent me via email.
Yeah.
Yeah, I opened it. It didn't open.
So let me.
I even moved from my spam. I told you it went to my spam
Okay,
email
so
because it said
change.
it didn't like the content.
Try and open it. I'm sure this will.
Okay, let's see. I must have deleted it.
You deleted it.
No, I moved it from spam to my regular email, but it said, oh, you know what? It's suspicious. So
Okay. I'm seeing if I can resend again.
okay.
Or otherwise, I will also assist you. So you do it from your hand and then we can all enjoy it. So Dr. Wilson, please have seen it.
Okay. Let me refresh it. Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Pretty spiritual quotes in human history, right? Like a verse you've seen inscribed on millions of pillows or framed cross stitches all over the world.
Oh yeah, the stuff you see in your
Okay,
grandmother's
so-
house.
Exactly. But imagine taking that and running it through the brutal, unforgiving machinery
Okay, so I
of
hear the
computer
audio.
science logic
Yeah, we
gate,
can hear.
because that is exactly what we are doing
You can
today.
hear it.
So,
Yeah.
welcome to the deep dive.
Glad to be here. This is a really fascinating one.
Yeah, we are looking at Matthew 11, 28
So
through
I
30.
think after listening,
And you
let's
probably
find
know
out
the
from
words, or at least the general vibe of them.
how you
Because
thought about what.
come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest.
Right. Right.
And traditionally, commentaries treat this as just this ultimate blank check. And they even call it the lazy man's scripture because it sounds like a promise of total glorious inactivity.
Yeah, like you just show up, flip a switch, collapse on the couch, and just completely turn off your brain.
Exactly.
Which, I mean, is a beautifully comforting thought. But our sources today argue that it completely misses the actual mechanics of the text. So what we're looking at today is an incredible paradigm shift.
Okay, let's unpack this. What kind of shift are we talking about?
Well, the materials we're unpacking, they take this ancient figurative language out of the realm of just blind faith, and they subject it to rigorous intellectual analysis. We were talking formal logic, productivity frameworks, and even macroeconomics.
Wow. Okay, that's a huge leap from a cross-stitch pillow.
It really is. The overarching mission of this deep dive is to trace the path from being an individual who merely professes a belief to becoming someone who is highly, undeniably productive.
Hold on, though. Applying strict Boolean logic and like modern productivity frameworks to a first century spiritual text, that feels a bit anachronistic, doesn't it? I mean, the Greeks were doing formal logic, sure, but would an agrarian crowd listening to this back then have understood an algorithmic logic gate?
It definitely sounds like a stretch at first, but until you look at the historical context our source provides, it's hard to see. The text was emerging into a heavily Hellenized world. The Greek influence was literally everywhere.
Right, because of Alexander the Great and all that.
Exactly. And the Greeks were the original critical thinkers, you know, the foundational scientists of the era. They operated on this concept of logos, which means reason, discourse, universal logic.
Okay, so they weren't just taking things on blind faith either.
Not at all. If a philosophy or a teaching was going to survive and propagate in that specific environment, its underlying language had to be incredibly precise. Like it had to hold up to intense intellectual scrutiny. So the source applies the standard tools of formal text analysis to this specific promise of rest.
And that involves looking for very specific structural wires, I guess you could call them, hidden in the sentence. Because in text analysis, there are 5 major logical connectors you scan for to understand how
I'm interested in it. Let me listen.
Building blocks of logic.
It's
Yeah.
18
So you
minutes
have the
long.
OR, which is a disjunction.
Yeah.
You have implication,
It's in
which just means
80
one
minutes
thing leads to
long.
another.
But I think if you had had enough time, you could have listened to it. And then
Pastor, let me send it to you.
Okay. Thank you, Prof.
yeah, so these are some of the things you can do. Now, I want to find out from you how you feel about the discussions between the male and the female in that podcast about something that you taught yourself. So, if you are a pastor, you're going to teach, or you can really challenge your mind with some of these interactions from the AI tools. Yeah. So, actually, this is what Professor Akon is about. By listening to the podcast, I'm also getting additional feedback from what he actually thought. So knowledge is actually increasing on my part. You get the point, yeah. But you have not.
So he can actually
So,
he
Mr.
can
Akon,
pre-screen his
how
message.
how do you feel about the podcast, or how do you feel about listening to a discussion about a knowledge you share on Sunday?
It's very empowering, right? For me, I thought I had created something to meet the demands of I mean, let's say, call it a classroom with barely 200 people there, right? And it was an environment where there was no feedback. I was the only person talking. And then whatever I said has been taken and then expanded, right? So that my thought now has become the basis for additional thoughts, right?
Yeah.
More thoughts have been taken out of that simple thought. And now I'm looking at the world where what I planted has become a whole plantation. A small seed has germinated and it's become a whole plantation with multiple thoughts in it. That is quite empowering. That is,
Exactly.
and humbling at the same time. Thank you.
So I'm sure you are feeling the way the guy who brought frequency. I've forgotten the name, but it's to have something to do with airs. You understand how you will be feeling now.
Can you say
The
it
guy
again?
channel,
The guy who brought what?
how the invented frequency, as in channel for communication. What is the name? I've forgotten because it's measured in hertz.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Akon is gone. Okay.
Yeah, I had to name him because this was producing echoes, so I hide him there. I don't know why he got echoes on his side.
So what I was trying to say, it didn't know that just that simple invention will lead to all forms of communications that we are really seeing today. So that is what the AI is doing to the simple knowledge you think you shared on Sunday. All right. So we could maximize this to even create a whole website on it where we are going to have the panel there discussing this, linking it to
Okay,
web development and all sort of things. All right.
Heinrich.
So
So
that is the power of AI now.
Heinrich Hess was the name we were looking for in 1887
Exactly.
frequency.
Right. He invented communication
What's the
and
name? What's the
Yeah,
name?
Heinrich Hertz.
Yeah.
Heinrich.
Okay. A
yeah,
German. Yeah, I know he was a German.
Yeah, German. Yeah,
exactly.
German
So now we
physicist.
are all using communication channels, all sort of things. We are all using communication channels. So you can see that pieces of technology that we have now, some develop an aspect of it and then somebody else builds on it and it becomes a big deal. So you share the simple word of God on Sunday, and then we can pick it into applications and maximize it and then create new worlds out of that. That is the point I was trying to bring across. Sorry for that.
Dr. Boyson, can I make an appeal?
Yes, sir.
Uh, is it possible to repeat this on Thursday? I'm willing to give up my time on Thursday. So we get this. I mean, I'm interested. Really, really interested. So
Possibly, Dr. Boyce, if I can get a link of the Era One programs we have been doing in the session, if I get a link on YouTube, it will be easier for us to use this our interactions, okay, to also create such podcasts and see the outcome. I don't know
Yeah, I
what
think
is.
you can pull it from Era One TV station from YouTube. So if you go to Era One TV
Okay,
station on
maybe
YouTube,
possibly you give me the link and I'll be able to do that.
okay.
I wasn't getting the link right. Okay.
Prof, Thursday you have my time.
For how much?
I want you realize that we started late,
Yeah, uh-huh.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then there were glitches here and there. You have my time. Take your time and then take us through the steps
So
because
pretty much, so you can use this to pre-screen your messages before you do it on Sundays. Just
Exactly.
go to your office and do this, and then you know what you are preaching about, you know the message, and you are getting the feedback, so you know what to polish, what to
So
take out,
you
and
see, the AI is a learning agent. He has seen how interviews are done. He's seen how preaching is done. He's seen so much. So you give it a preaching message and say, I want to see it in an interview session. Based on the knowledge he has in interview session, he's going to translate your work into that field, and let's see how it goes like. So
do
now
you
we
have
go
to
to,
give it how many people you want in the interview, or it does he will
you
select?
can, you know, you can just be creative. We could have changed the male female to have been to a random number, Ghanaians, Nigerians, and the accent would have been different.
I mean, I'm looking at, okay, I will create one character to look at the logic, another character look at the propositions, another character talk
That
about
is
the productivity, and come up with. I mean, this is powerful. This is really really powerful. So it's 7 p.m.
So in this
Prof.
case, now going forward, how are we even going to know whether all these messages we are hearing are AI
uh,
generated, AI powered, or they are?
and even some prophecies. So some prophecies are AI generated.
Okay, how about you give us a prophecy on the World Cup, FIFA soccer for Ghana? Can you
Oh,
ask give us one
if
prophecy?
you check the internet now, you can see that those who are into machine learning and deep learning, they have already done their predictions. And I think the win game is between England and Argentina.
That's the finals.
Yeah. So we have the finals, we have the semi. The predictions are there based on records that we have since 1935, 32
Well, I
or
mean,
so. So
we can't go by history because those things can be deceptive.
no. We have large data set. So there have been some predictions based on deep learning and machine learning. Yeah. So if you ask, this is what is happening.
Yeah, because
When
when we
it
look at
comes
a country like Comoros, everybody says, oh, Comoros is no team. Ghana will score them one basket. And they scored us. They gave it to us. So now those predictions based on history sometimes do not work.
No,
exactly,
but Dr. Mercy, you have to understand what AI does. AI doesn't prophesy.
We just pull
AI
from data.
predicts, or better still, it forecasts, right?
exactly.
So it goes into its database, right? It will, if you are, let's say, football, that's soccer, right? It will take, let's say, the players, right? It will break down the statistics of players. A particular player on the Ghana team, how many of his shots ended in the net,
Post.
how many passes, right, assists that he gave.
All
Uh,
these
uh,
are data.
yeah. So the AI is going to take everybody. So the Ghanaian, let's say, to take the attacking line and look at the contribution of each player in whatever, and then look at the possibilities, right? And looking at the possibilities, it says, if this and that happen, then this is going to be the case. And that's what prediction is.
So it takes
It's
us into
AI
the
is not,
if and
not
if then
yeah,
conditions.
Exactly.
because yes, conditional.
Uh-huh.
Because
So in the case of fake prophecies we experience in church, over time you see that those pastors they know that every Sunday definitely somebody is in need of marriage, or somebody is having marital problems, or
Issues.
somebody is sick, or somebody is having employment challenges and all that. So they can really talk about these things and it will work. So if you ask AI to do this, it's simple. It knows Ghanaian church service already. It has large data about us already. So we can predict 1001, prophecies for us.
yeah, you know what I did some time ago? I the same thing. I went, I said, take this message and let a Nigerian pastor with a Nigerian, I think, Igbo voice preach it, and you can see the typical Nigerian with the broken English, and it was fascinating. Very,
He did a financial otaku.
I mean, with all the Nigerian broken English, and then
It's scary.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I asked
yeah.
it to take a tree pasta and say it. You have no idea. Heavy duty tree introduced. But
So the encouragement here is just be free and use it. Nobody is an expert in the. It's just our day-to-day way of how we've been living our lives that we are trying to translate it digitally. So if you are at a junction and you are not really clear on the path you need to take, find out from the tool. The tool is going to assist you, and then you'll be able to be more creative and do. If you sit down and you will not want to start anything, that is where the challenge will be. But if you start with a little prompts, before you realize you are doing big things. Yeah.
So what do you postulate to be the future of AI?
What do I want?
Postulate to be the future of AI.
you are not
Oh no, the question I was trying to ask him to repeat has nothing to do with the English. Well, the world will be a fun place to be, and like God have already said to us, in the last days, information will be cheap. Gone are the days. Now you can create YouTube on your own. You can create Google apps. You can create things on your own. I was in a lecture today and I was telling my students, look, before now, we did not know how to create as Ghanaians. We didn't know how to create maybe deodorants, perfumes, tissues, all sort of things. And then when you study the world, we are told that waste wealth. All right. We have a lot of raw materials, waste materials all over the place. Can we use AI to find out how we can create some of these things using the waste materials that we have? And the class was fascinating. You understand? Before now, instead of using AI to create assignments, do other things, let's create things that will help our economy. If we can use the AI tools to, for instance, as Ghanaians, learn how to create even lipstick, laptops. Can we have laptops that are with that we can use wood to create because we
Right.
have wood in abundance? Can we think through with AI and then create some of these things? We use exercise books. How can we create it from scratch so we do not buy the raw materials from China or any other place? AI says he has data, he knows all these things. Find out for yourself the headset you are using for the program. Can I create it on my own? Do I have the resources? Where am I starting from? I use iron in my house. Can I create the iron on my own? Can I create my own TV? Can I create it with metal, wood, whatsoever? Find out and then just be studious. And on your own, we may not know the kind of breakthroughs that will come your way.
So probably let me ask you, with all this you are telling us to find out. Have you also found out whether you can talk to the Minister of Education, for them to tap your knowledge and help in all these areas?
Um,
Yeah, because if you have all this, upon your head, and you can also advise the Minister of Education, even if it means changing our curriculum or doing something. That is what you are, an educator, and that is your Esther moment in our generation, that you are in this time of dispensation, a time like this. So you could also, I mean, the things that you are saying here that maybe not everybody will hear. Can you go public? Can you go to, okay, hey, I want to set up an appointment with the Minister of Education. Let's sit down one on one. This is what I can I can offer. Let's reason along these lines. What can we do to bring all these ideas that is in your?
Dr. Boison,
Yes, sir.
leave my daughter alone.
No, I'm just trying to. She has this.
I don't want
Yes.
anybody coming because Ghana, you have to be in party colors before
No,
they
this is
receive.
not partisanship. This is just
No, I said
national
I'm
patriot.
telling
This is
you.
this is patriotism, national patriotism. Hey, the things that you are only saying it in the classroom, can you extrapolate it to national
Dr.
development?
Boyce, Dr. Boyce, me, poor with no talent. Didn't you suggest me to somebody, and up till now, it's like I'm going to challenge somebody, and all of it. I mean, nobody is talking to me. Please.
No, I mean we have to keep pushing. Oh,
Yeah, the goal is to transform our nation and our continent, but there are issues, right? That we still. The point is, yes, but she couldn't just get up and go to the minister. They won't grant her all this.
Well, there should be links.
They
That's
won't.
why there should be connection. Because I know I kind of recommended Uncle Max. Uncle Max to this lady, your friend, the lady I spoke to you about. I forgot her name.
Where?
Oh, this lady I spoke to the other day. This lady that came to Pastor Takia Boy's program that I mentioned the other day. Oh, she's in. I think NDC. Oh, you forgot her name.
Okay, Prof is back. Give her the mic.
I tried to join with my phone. My laptop went off. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes if they will not invite you, you have to invite yourself. And I know it's going to be hard going through the queue and the protocol and all that stuff.
No, don't forget, I'm part of Sendulous. I've worked for GS and all that on some other projects. I now don't have a lot of Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, sometimes we have to force our way to. Our people like too much protocol that you have to call this person, set up an appointment, wait 3 months, and all that. But some things are very lucrative that we can push to make things happen. I mean, people like too much protocol. That doesn't end us anywhere. Just bureaucracy and all that stuff. But eventually, nothing comes out. If we are very good avenue that is creative. I mean, I don't know how we're going to use wood to produce laptops, but hey, if somebody has conceived the idea, then maybe it could be possible. Only that it shouldn't come go near water or fire.
These are what if scenarios, right? Yeah, so conceptually, right, it is possible to create with anything.
I mean, do you know how many people discourage Mark Zuckerberg from doing this photo thing that became Facebook? We have no idea. He might have been discouraged along the way. The friends is so my friends, dude, stop messing around. And he overcame that, and now today we are here with all the social media. So it begins with a step, It begins with a step.
Nobody is disputing what you are saying, but you are dealing with reality of politics in Ghana, right? And I'm saying that maybe the least we talk about it, the better, and rather quietly, because the fact that you mentioned this, that's the reason somebody is going to take a hard stand, right? This girl is out there, less frustrated.
The better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me about this guy. I don't know, Professor Linda, you've heard about this guy, Ajekumi Yabua Francis. This guy that is teaching, medical ethics, all this knowledge there. And the funny thing is, I hear this guy is being threatened. I said, somebody, medical information, how people can live simple life.
Do you have to go for what has happened to Apostle Safo Kantaka? They did receive government.
Well, that is unfortunate. And he died with all his brains. That is a problem.
Yeah, that's our problem. Yeah, I mean, we like it. We as a people, we like it that way. Mm,
Oh, wow.
mm. So
Anyway,
please,
we'll continue drumming our voices. I'm sure one day somebody will hear. Somebody will hear. You know.
yeah, leave my Linda alone for me.
No, now she's become a public asset. I mean, we have to
Leave
tap.
my Linda
We have to
alone.
tap all this knowledge,
We
and
tap
and,
at
and
our feet.
you know, who knows that we are here for a time as this. That is
Like this.
yeah, maybe someday somebody will just hear about it and begin to run with it. I mean, we've been doing health programs, all that stuff, and it hasn't gone far. Somebody comes with, somebody say, what, let me tap into a niche where people haven't developed. The Ghanaian community, there are people who go to hospitals, and even the doctors can't even explain simple medical technology to them. This guy is a medical technologist, a biomedical scientist. Say, what, I'm going to take it upon myself. I'm going to take all these medical terms and break them down in simplicity in the Akan language, and now it's going viral. Now people sit down to eat, they have food in front of them, they are asked, "Hey, Ajakun Francis, it's 9 o'clock. Can I still eat?" I said, "Wow, this is funny." And it's helping people now. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been teaching this on Era One Saturday's Health, but this guy, I had this guy, and I said to myself, I've been talking about this thing, but now me myself, I have to make sure I don't eat after 8 p.m. The other day I was saying, if I eat too early, I'll be hungry. But I said, well, let me give it a try. I've been saying it, but I couldn't practice it. But somebody says it, and now it become gospel to me. So it all depends.
Yeah.
I mean, teaching this thing in Kevas, yeah, it's going to graduate students. But how do we can put the theory into practical? Pastor, we mentioned Kantanka. I mean,
Exactly.
we are thought that the government will just go to Kantanka's house and say, you know what, we know you have this gift. The government is going to give you a loan, subsidize you to do your vehicles at a cheaper price for Ghanaians to get it. And I mean, they didn't encourage it. He did what he could, and now he's gone. And when it's time for him to be buried, they write long eulogy and tribute and all that. Which, when
AI generated tributes.
But I was it. It's 7:16.
okay,
So
okay,
Yes.
thank you. I even for well, we started at 6:12, so it's 1 hour 4 minutes. Thank you very much, Prof. Linda. Yeah, we'll be working on it. I mean, one day I'm going to be looking for some high-powered people and start talking to them. That animosity that we display when people are rising is bad. When people are going up, help them to go up. That crab methodology or mentality that when people crabs are climbing and the others are pulling them down. I mean, you go to school to get a PhD. Oh, what does it mean? Pull him down.
that boy sing.
All right, good night.
I guess Reverend has something special to do after this
All
session.
right, give us your closing remarks and let's close.
No, I mean, there will be a repeat of this on Thursday. I'm literally giving up my slot for Professor Linda to really have the full 1 hour, go from the beginning to the end, and then we see how this is done. What are the possibilities, right? I think she's an awesome, awesome, awesome resource, and the more we project her, the better it will be for the whole world. So, Prof, we'll do whatever we
Kudos,
can.
kudos. Yeah, you should be going from church to church.
On our little end, we know we leave you out there. There are sharks. Instead of realizing that you are a resource, right? They will behave like Herod. The wise men saw a star, came to invest in it. Herod heard the same news, the birth of Jesus, he went to kill. That is what you have to understand about it. The same piece of information. Some people, it threatens their very existence. Some, it actually promotes their existence. And so you must know when to go about this, right?
And thank God for the spirit of Joseph. When Herod rises, we will take Jesus to Egypt and let him rest there until Herod
But
dies, and we'll bring him
God,
back.
it took God to give him the dream. That's what you have to understand. We are dealing with some serious issues here. But Prof, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. God willing, we'll meet. If Jesus tarries, we'll meet again on Thursday.
So let's get the commitment, Prof. Friday, the Thursday, you have my slot.
We'll give you $2. We'll give you $2 for that.
Yes? Do we have a yes, Prof? Do we have a yes?
Daddy, what can I say?
Okay, you don't
Thank
have
you.
a choice.
Thank you. So that's a yes. I second the motion. All right. On that note, thank you very much. Well, you've been listening to Divine Connection. This is where divinity meets humanity. Here, we use what God is giving us, our brains, and we use the God-guided spirit. And so our lives are balanced. We are holistic people. We don't leave the brains behind and say, we are going to use just the spirit. We need the spirit and we need the brains. That is why we are combining AI and what we can learn from biblically. On that note, thank you very much on behalf of my studio manager, Dr. Setutu, and the team. On behalf of Dr. Akron, on behalf of Dr. Professor Linda, have a good evening, and God willing, we'll meet you on Thursday. Don't forget, the World Cup is beginning on Thursday. Watch US in action. We are praying they will go far. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
C'est mon père, ça me fait bien tiens. Tu me fais dire non kotu, era one radio. C'est mon père, tu me fais bien tiens. Tu me fais dire non kotu, era one radio. Oh, and you pam chima, chim, asam pam chima. Era one,